Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to 2P Press Start. I'm your host, GiantKiller, and today we've reached another milestone for the Top 5 Plays series. We've reached our 25th episode. That's right, folks, you've been putting up with my arbitrary and capricious play selection and terrible attempts at humor for almost 6 months now. So for our very special 25th episode, we've decided to change things up just a bit. This week's episode will be what I'm going to call a quarter fail. Over the last 25 weeks, we've received hundreds and hundreds of amazing Hearthstone play submissions, and every so often in there we get a submission of, or I just happen to run across, an absolutely epic fail. And I've been saving up the very best of them for just this sort of occasion. So this week we're bringing you our top 5 Hearthstone fails of the last 6 months. Whether it's crappy RNG luck, an epic misclick, or just bad manners gone horribly wrong, you can be sure that if you're featured on a quarter fail week, the odds are never in your favor. Now let's get the fail train rolling with number 5. Our number 5 play this week features Day9 in a ranked Priest mirror match up against Lord Earl, and Day9's behind on life and on the board, but he's getting closer and closer to his OTK Stormwind Knight combo, and thanks to a handful of removal, he's got a chance to clear most of Lord Earl's board this turn and start moving in the direction of a major comeback. Day9 starts out by dropping his top-decked Wild Pyromancer, followed by a Shadow Word Pain to kill the Harvest Golem, and trigger the Pyromancer to kill the Damage Golem. Then he'll use a Holy Fire to kill the Ancient Watcher, and trigger the Pyromancer again to kill the Alchemist. Except that wasn't a Holy Fire. That was his Divine Spirit, which doubles the Watcher's health instead.
That was going to be a really elegant play. That was going to be very elegant is what that was.
Leading to a concession the following turn. This week's number 4 fail was a submission from Mike E, and it features Noxious playing his trademark RNG Priest deck up against Raoul on Freeze Mage. And as we join this play in action, we see Noxious with a commanding lead thanks to 2 Molten Giants and a Venture Co mercenary. But he's about to learn that the RNG giveth, and sometimes the RNG taketh awayeth all of your minions. He drops a Mind Games, which will give him a random creature from Raoul's deck, but he pulls out a Doomsayer, which will annihilate all minions at the start of Noxious's next turn. With no way to stop the Doompocalypse, Noxious can only look on in horror as the end comes just a little too soon for his minions.
No! Everything! The entire thing, you failed!
Our number 3 fail was a submission from Aristos G, and it features Ponya in a Hunter mirror match up against Idana, and it's shot from Idana's point of view. As we join this play in action, Ponya's been living up to his name all game with a guaranteed lethal on board to start his turn. All he has to do to win is hit that steady shot button. But instead, Ponya decides to send in his Lord of the Arena to finish Idana off. The problem with that is, Idana's got a secret, and Idana's misdirection sends Ponya's minion right back into his face, giving Idana the out-of-nowhere win. And this week's number 2 fail was a submission from David K, and it features Boo Boo Cha-Cha on Priest up against HKK11 running a Murloc Warlock deck in some ranked action. As we join this play in action, Boo Boo Cha-Cha is starting to mount an epic comeback as he manages to clear HKK11's board thanks to an Auchenai Soul Priest which converts all of Boo Boo Cha-Cha's healing to damage, and a Circle of Healing which heals every minion for 4. On Boo Boo Cha-Cha's following turn, he goes in for the kill, starting out by swinging in with both of his minions, and then nuking his opponent down with a Holy Fire followed by a Mind Blast. Just one minor problem, the heal component of the Holy Fire he casts burns Boo Boo Cha-Cha for 5 instead thanks to his Soul Priest, finishing himself off and handing HKK11 the win. And our number 1 fail this week was a submission from Peter K and others, and it features Resurol on Paladin up against Puffin on Hunter in a play that we're going to call Bad Manaroth. And as we join this play in action, Resurol has the win in the palm of his hand, with more than enough for lethal on board. But rather than swinging in for the easy kill, he decides to show off a bit and play out his hand for the Bad Manner finish. So he starts out by firing off an equality. Unfortunately for Resurol, his BM craps out, as Resurol's equality triggers his Wild Pyromancer, which kills off Puffin's Leper Gnome, hitting Resurol for 2 and giving Puffin the game. And for our bonus clip this week, we bring you Fail, Win, Dunk. This clip is a submission from Chris D, and it features Poop Steve in a ranked Hunter mirror match up against Singularity. And in this play, Poop Steve's going in for the kill with a charging combination of Leroy Jenkins and an Arcane Golem. But things don't go quite according to plan, as with a misclick, Poop Steve accidentally runs the Golem into a Dragon Whelp instead of into Singularity. Luckily, by that time, Singularity's already pressed the concede button, so Poop Steve wins anyway. In celebration of his victory, Poop Steve dunks his hat over a standing mattress. Take that, mattresses beliefs. And that about wraps it up for the 25th episode QuarterFail Spectacular, which means it's time once again to talk about the series. First of all, thank you so much for celebrating our 25th episode with us. Thanks to all of our amazing viewers, fans, and submitters for making this show so much fun to put together. Let us know what you thought about the whole QuarterFail thing by leaving us your feedback in the comments below, and either way, we'll be back to the usual format next week. Of course, we're always looking for more great Hearthstone plays to showcase on the series, so if you're interested in submitting a play, stop by 2ppressstart.com and hit the Submit a Play link for instructions on how to submit a play into the running for next week's episode. And finally, if you enjoy our shows and want to help 2P Press Start grow, please click on that subscribe button to join the always growing and always awesome 2P Press Start family. And we'll keep bringing you more great Hearthstone content right here on 2P Press Start.